All right, well, speaking of stocks, meal kit maker Blue Apron is pricing its IPO at the low end of the range. Is this going to be somewhat of an IPO disaster? Well, he is not a disaster. Adam Johnson, founder and author of the Bullseye Brief, is with us. We haven't seen a lot of big IPOs, especially in technology. What do you make of this Blue Apron actually lowering the range for the price?
Yeah, Cheryl, this is a total disaster, and it's kind of a sad story, but it's just symptomatic of what's happening right now. Amazon and Whole Foods coming together, they can do whatever Blue Apron has been trying to do better, cheaper, more effectively, and that's the problem. That's why they had to lower the price here. We live in an Amazon world. That's just the reality of the situation, Cheryl.
You just brought up technology, Adam, so the iPhone turns 10 today. Big anniversary for Apple. Your feelings on this stock?
I absolutely love this stock. And one of my favorite themes that I like to tell readers of Bullseye Brief is when great companies stumble. And if you recall, about a year ago, Apple stumbled. It was the first quarter-over-quarter earnings decline in like 39 quarters. And I said, you know, great companies put forth a plan and they move forward. And the plan at Apple is real simple. All they have to do is make their global smartphone market share look more like their U.S. smartphone market share. In the U.S., Apple commands 64% of the smartphones. I mean, that's incredible, 2/3, whereas overseas it's only about 14%. All they have to do is grow their smartphone business overseas, and you're going to see earnings double or triple from here. It'll take time, 3 to 5 years, but that's why you want to be an Apple.
Yeah, well, so you like Apple. I know you're a buyer of that one. Let's talk about technology, though, overall, because in particular, we've been watching the NASDAQ. About 2 weeks ago, we had that meltdown on the NASDAQ. A lot of the big tech stocks were following. There's a lot of concerns that these, and the analysts, several analysts are saying that tech is just overpriced at this point. The one index in the red and the futures right now is the NASDAQ. So how do you feel about tech?
I feel great about tech, and as a matter of fact, tech is the #1 performing group this year, up over 20%. By the way, healthcare is number 2, almost up about 20%. They're neck and neck. So there you have it. The naysayers are trying to go after tech, and they're also trying to go after healthcare because of what's happening in Washington. But the fact is, investors recognize this is where the growth is, this is where the opportunity is. You know, you look at the FANG stocks, right? Facebook, Alphabet, I still want to call it Google, you know, Netflix, on and on. I mean, these are very powerful names because they're growing 20 to 25%. That's why you should be willing to pay up for them.
Alphabet/Google was hit earlier in the week with that massive fine from the EU. Do you see more fines or more the EU going against other American companies?
Well, you know, the headline is very impressive, right? Google fined 2 point whatever it is by the EU. But the fact is, Google makes $100 billion a year. This is 1 week of revenues. It's a blip. It's a non-event by Google.
Adam, thank you very much. Bullish forecast from you. Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you, Cheryl.